Hello my dear students, I welcome you all to your history online class. So in today's class we'll be focusing or we'll be dealing with your first chapter that is known as A Changing Time. So this chapter is mostly related with the European history with the countries like Italy, followed by Germany, Spain, Portugal and many other European nations where we see towards the 16th century. So apart from the European history, even it has been linked with the topic known as Renaissance, which also stands as rebirth or revival, which mainly flourished during the time of 15th century and started mainly with a country called Italy with the capital Rome. Next, focusing on the European history, even it has been linked with the Industrial Revolution. So revolution which mainly focused on the drastic change and industrial, that lots of machines, lots of inventions were also mainly highlighted during those centuries, and England was the first nation where the Industrial Revolution took place with lots of inventions as well as machines. So talking about the changing time, we see that how lots of scholars like Dante, followed by Thomas More, even they suggested lots and lots about the European history, about new kinds of technology, new kind of system which could also be a very much helpful for a respective European nation. And then talking about the arts, forms, and even talking about the literature where a lots of experimentation, a lots of observation were also being done, and we see like the scholars who gave more preferences or emphasis on this topic known as Francesco Petrarch, followed by Giovanni Boccaccio. So they were the main like scholars or the philosopher who also made a lots of contribution towards the topic known as arts as well as the literature, where lots of poems, lots of drama as well as a new kinds of lifestyle was being shown through those kinds of works by the great poet or author. The next we talk about the new discoveries. So different kind of discoveries also were being done during those era, and especially if you read the geography subject, the first chapter you will study about what? Nicolaus Copernicus, who said that the Earth revolves around the sun. So that a kind of contribution that even Nicolaus Copernicus gave towards the topic about the solar system, and specifically highlighting on our Earth as one of the planet of solar system. Next, talking about lots of subjects were also been highlighted on the European history. That means the European history on this A Changing Time chapter mainly highlights about different types of topics like art, literature, and then science, subjects, humanism, and so on. So talking about the science, like subjects like science, medicines, followed by chemistry, and the printing press also were being introduced, which were also a new kind of thought for the people to go, because it became one of the easier for the people to read through newspapers. All the news of the areas, and printing press used to publish all those kinds of newspaper, and even talking about the works written by different author or poet in the form of books and articles. Next, talking about the discoveries of new sea routes. So different types of new sea routes was being made. So you even study in the geography, once more I am telling you that regarding like Vasco da Gama, Christopher Columbus, how they made a new kind of contribution towards sea route. And here also we see that how during those time our country India was very much famous for the spice, textile, and even talking about the coffee. And coffee mostly we see in the Kerala, or it was the southern states of India. And the European nations who gave their eye, they wanted to make those kinds of Indian states with the help of import and export business, that means the trading business. And the nations like Spain, Portugal, Great Britain, and later on they became one of the wealthiest or richest nation. Next, talking about the new sea route, we see in the year of 1488 how Bartholomew Diaz, he also discovered a new kind of country towards the Africa continent, towards the west coast, followed by in the year of 1499 by Amerigo Vespucci, who also discovered America. And at present we all know the scenario of America, how America is one of the powerful nation in this 21st century. Along with that, the first constitution was also formed from the America nation. The last topic for today's class is known as about the Reformation. So what is exactly a Reformation? Reformation actually deals with two types of topic. The first topic known as the feudalism, and the second is known as the medieval church. So medieval church with the Roman Catholic. RC stands for Roman Catholic, where lots of nobles were there like Pope, Bishop, Archbishop, and they were trying to pressure on those kinds of European society people with whatever new kind of laws, orders, and they used to live a very luxurious life. But on this regard, we see how a great leader whose name stands as Martin Luther, he protested against this Roman Catholic and whatever the laws, orders they were trying to implement with the form of taxes, and they were living a very luxurious life, and he protested with the help of other leaders, and in their support later on a new kind of sect under the Christianity religion was being formed, and that is known as Protestant. So under the Martin Luther, what kind of contribution, what kind of effort he has done, and even a theology was being written by Martin Luther, mainly focusing on the country Germany and the corrupt officials with the Roman Catholic, whatever the first sect of Christianity toward different types of like imposing on the taxes to the common European society people, and that he has mainly focused. And even under the Reformation movement, a topic like a sect known as Protestant sect were also formed. Like if you know about, like giving you an example of the other religion like Jainism, if you have studied, there are two sects like Shwetambaras and Digambaras. If you know about Buddhism, there are also two sects, Hinayana as well as Mahayana. If you talk about Islam religion, even we talk about Shia faith as well as Sunni faith. And even under the Christianity, first there was only one sect known as Roman Catholic, but lots of domination done towards the common European people that made one more new sect to take place, and that is known as Protestant. So this was the overall summary as well as the gist of your chapter. Hope you have understood. Till then, stay safe. Thank you. God bless.